Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to Learning English Grammar. In this video, I would like to share my knowledge about word, phrase, idiom, clause, and sentence. What's a word? A group of letters arranged in such a way that it should give some meaning. It is a unit of a sentence. It's a part of a sentence. ಒಂದು ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಅಕ್ಷರಗಳ ಸಮೂಹ ಅರ್ಥ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂಥದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪದ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್: ಐ, ಆಮ್, ಯು, ಲವ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್, ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್. There are thousands and lakhs of words in English. What is a phrase? Phrase is a group of meaningful words. It's a part of a sentence. It behaves like a part of speech. It does not contain a subject and a verb. ಒಂದು ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಬರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪದಗಳ ಗುಂಪನ್ನು ನಾವು ಫ್ರೇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಥರನೇ ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್: ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಫ್ರೇಸ್. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸು. ಅದರೊಳಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೆಲವು ಪದಗಳು ಇನ್ ಎ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೇಸ್. ಅದು ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ವೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬಾಯ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್? ದ ಬಾಯ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಫ್ರೇಸ್. ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್: ದ ಟೈಲರ್ ಸ್ಟಿಚ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್. ವಿತ್ ಎ ಗೋಲ್ಡನ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರೇಸ್. One cannot pierce one's eyes even with a golden needle. ಬಂಗಾರದ ಸೂಜಿ ಅಂತ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಚುಚ್ಚಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ? A golden needle is a phrase. Sanna brought a bundle of creepers. Bundle of creepers. 4 ಪದಗಳಿದಾವೆ. It's a phrase. The types of phrases. There are 3 types of phrases: noun phrase, adjectival phrase, adverbial phrase. Now let us understand the meaning of idiom. Idiom is a unique expression in English. If it is split, the meaning changes. It's a phrase that cannot be deduced directly from the individual words. Example: over the moon. When you are happy, you say, I am over the moon. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So it is an idiom. Look at the group of words. There are 6 words. Of course, it can be called as a phrase, but it acts as an idiom. It gives different meaning. The ball is in your court. Once in a blue moon. They are all idioms. What is a clause? Clause is a group of words with a subject-verb unit. It's a part of a sentence, or it may be a complete sentence in itself. It is any noun phrase plus a verb. They can be sentences. Example: he was eating an apple. It's a clause. ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀಬಹುದು. ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಅರ್ಥನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. Therefore, we learnt that a word is a group of letters arranged in such a way giving meaning. A phrase is a group of words. It's a part of a sentence, usually without a verb. Clause is a group of words. It's a part of a sentence, usually with at least a verb. Then you have idioms, a group of words peculiar in meaning depending on the circumstance. Now let us understand the types of clauses. There are 2 types of clauses: main clause and subordinate clause. Subordinate clause are divided into three. They are noun clause. Example, he said that he had gone to the village. The letters in yellow are the subordinating clause. He said is the main clause. Adjective clause. A villager came to the lake which was under the control of Mara. So which was under the control of Mara is adjective clause. It acts as adjective, qualifying a noun. Which is the noun here? Lake is the noun. So it is adjectival clause. Next you have adverbial clause. Mara went home when it started raining. It modifies the verb went. So when did Mara go? Mara went home when it started raining. When it started raining is the subordinate clause. After learning all this, let us find out what a sentence is. A sentence is a group of words arranged in an order giving full sense. A sentence must consist of at least a verb. Example, Mara told stories. Group of words, Mara told stories. 3 words are there. Arranged in an order. Subject, verb, object tara arrange ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. It gives full meaning. It has a verb in it. Sanna brought a bundle of creepers. You can't say brought Sanna a bundle of creepers. You can't say a bundle Sanna brought of creepers. You have to arrange them in an order. The narrator lost his money. The narrator had a farm. They are all sentences. There are 2 parts in a sentence. They are subject and predicate. Let us take an example. Mara told stories. Mara is the subject. Told stories is the predicate. Here again, told is the verb, stories is the object. So predicate consists of verb and object in the given sentence. Look at the second sentence. The schoolboy loves to rise on a summer morn. Which is the subject? The schoolboy. There are 3 words there. Boy is the noun, school is the adjective, the is the article. Okay, they form the subject of the sentence. Which is the verb in the sentence? Loves. Loves is the verb. To rise on a summer morn. To rise on a summer morn is the complement. So here, if the sentence is divided into 2, the schoolboy becomes the subject, loves to rise on a summer morn becomes the predicate. The predicate consists of verb, object and complement. In some of the sentences you may have only objects. In some other sentences you may have only complements. Still in some more sentences you may have both objects and complements. Look at the screen. The parts of a sentence: subject and predicate. Subject may be a noun, pronoun or adjective. Predicate has verb, object and complement. What is the subject of a sentence? The subject of the sentence is the noun or pronoun that is doing or being something. Subject is usually a noun with or without an adjective. Example, Mara told stories. Here Mara is the noun. The schoolboy loves to rise on a summer morn. The schoolboy is the noun. Here you have the boy, noun, school is adjective, the is article. Predicate of a sentence. It is that part of a sentence that modifies the subject in some way. It may consist of verb, object, complement, as I have already told you. Example, Mara told stories. Told stories is predicate. Told is the verb, stories is the object. The king called Mara to come to his palace. Called is the verb, Mara is the object, to come to his palace is the complement. The schoolboy loves to rise on a summer morn. Loves is the verb, to rise on a summer morn is the complement. So you have the predicate part here. There are 4 types of sentences: assertive sentence, imperative sentence, interrogative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. There are 4 types of sentences. Note, all the sentences have both affirmative or positive and negative sentences. All these sentences can be made affirmative or negative. If you add no, never, not, it becomes negative. Assertive sentence. It is also called declarative sentence. It must have a subject in the beginning and a full stop at the end of the sentence. ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ, ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಾಚ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್: ದ ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಜಂಗಲ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ಡ್ ದಿ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ ಟು ಅಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಎ ಕಮಿಷನ್. See, after commission you have a full stop. The subject of the sentence is the king of the jungle. Okay, the king of the jungle is the subject. Ordered the elephant to appoint a commission is the predicate. Ordered is the verb, the elephant is the object, to appoint a commission is the complement. Look at the second example. Mara did not want the goddess to harm the lake. After the lake you have a full stop. So it is assertive. Simply if there is full stop, you can't judge that it is assertive sentence. There should be subject. Which is the subject of the sentence? Mara. Noun is there. Mara. Mara is the subject. Did not want the goddess to harm the lake is the predicate. Did not want is the verb. The goddess is the object. To harm the lake is the complement. Second type of sentence is imperative sentence. The sentence begins usually with a verb and has a full stop at the end. See, assertive sentence ಗೂ ಕೂಡ full stop ಇರುತ್ತೆ, imperative sentence ಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ full stop ಇರುತ್ತೆ. But assertive sentence ನಲ್ಲಿ you have the subject, that means the noun or pronoun, and in the imperative sentence it begins with a verb. These sentences can be a command, order, or request. Example: tell your king that I am angry. Look at the full stop after angry. ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ full stop ಇದೆ. The beginning of the sentence is verb, tell. Do not ask of me, my love. Full stop ಇದೆ. Do not ask of me. ಅಲ್ಲಿ verb ಇದೆ. Please make my child the watchman of the lake after my death. Full stop ಇದೆ. Please make. It's a request. Verb ಇದೆ. So it is imperative sentence. Next you have the interrogative sentence. The word itself tells you what type of sentence it is. It is a question. It may have a helping verb or WH verb in the beginning and a question mark at the end of the sentence. ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ವರ್ಬು ಅಥವಾ WH ವರ್ಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. There are 2 types of interrogative sentences. First one is yes or no question, and they are called as confirmation questions. Second one is WH questions. They are also called as information questions. Example: will you help me? It is yes or no question. Can't you see that I have lost all those teeth? Yes or no question. Why are you hiding in the tree? WH question. How can a child sit in the school and sing? WH question. So, interrogative sentence is of 2 types: yes or no question and WH questions, beginning with helping verbs or WH words. So, you can find out the helping verbs on the left side and the WH words on the right side. They are very, very useful for you to remember to frame interrogative sentences. all the helping verbs am, is, was, are, were, do, does, did, has, have, had, will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, dare, need are the helping verbs. They can be used to frame yes or no questions. And on the right side you have WH words: what, who, whose, whom, where, when, which, why, how much, how many, how far, how long. These can be used to frame WH questions. Now my dear children, you try to frame one sentence each using helping verb and WH words and send me. Now just let us practice. I learn English. What type of sentence is this? Yes, it is assertive sentence. I do not learn English. What type of sentence is this? It is also assertive sentence. The first one is affirmative, second one is negative. Do I learn English? Interrogative sentence. Yes or no question. Don't I learn English? So the first one is do I learn English is in the affirmative. Don't I learn English is in the negative. Look at the second example. He speaks French. Assertive. He doesn't speak French. Again assertive in the negative form. Does he speak French? Interrogative sentence, affirmative. Doesn't he speak French? Interrogative in the negative sense. And finally you have the exclamatory sentence. A sentence beginning with words what or how and ending with an exclamatory mark. ಒಂದು ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಸೂಚಕ ಚಿಹ್ನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹೌ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲಮೇಟರಿ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್: ವಾಟ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಡೇ, ಹೌ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ದ exclamatory sentences. The other types of sentences are simple, compound and complex. Simple sentence andre ಏನು? A simple sentence has only one verb in it. Example: Mara and Sanna worked in the narrator's form. ಇಲ್ಲಿ worked ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ. The narrator had to remove his dress. Had to remove ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ವರ್ಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Had to remove, had ಅನ್ನೋದು ವರ್ಬ್, to remove ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿವ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಳಸ್ತೇವೆ. Okay, it is considered as one single verb. The narrator was busy with his farm. Was is the verb. The boy was sitting in the school. Here was is the verb, sitting is the present participle form of the main verb. Was sitting is considered as single verb. So they are all examples for simple sentences. What then is compound sentence? Two or more sentences when combined with a coordinating conjunction, it is called as compound sentence. Example: Mara tied the creeper to a nearby tree and went in search of the creeper. You look at sentence. Mara tied the creeper to a nearby tree. It is a simple sentence. Mara went in search of the creeper. Again it is a simple sentence. Both are joined together using the coordinating conjunction and. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಬ್ಗಳಿದಾವೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಡ್, ಎರಡನೇ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಂಟ್. ಟೂ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಟೂ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. Both have same weightage. Both are simple sentences joined together and they are called as compound sentence. Study well or else you will fail. Illi study well, you study well anta. You is understood, that is the subject of the sentence. Study ಅನ್ನೋದು verb, or else you will fail. Will fail ಅನ್ನೋದು verb. Two verbs are there, two sentences are there, two simple sentences are joined together to make it as a compound sentence. Then what is complex sentence? It is a sentence which consists of a main clause and subordinating clause which are joined with subordinating conjunctions. The man who was hiding in the tree was Mara. Look at the subordinating clause in blue. Who was hiding in the tree? Which is the main clause? The man was Mara. So the main clause is the man was Mara. subordinating clause is who was hiding in the tree, because the subordinating clause depends on the main clause for its meaning. If you just take that subordinating clause separately, you will not be able to understand it. Who was hiding in the tree ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ದ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಮಾರ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸಂಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ you learnt about word, clause, phrase, phrasal verb, idiom, sentences, the types of sentences.